Yo, what's up, YouTube family? It's another day here today, and I'm ready to jump back on the 63 project. So where we left off yesterday, we have been working on this lower left quarter. We got it, at least the front half of it, in pretty decent shape. But we had to wipe a little more mud here on the rear portion to level out a couple of low spots, etc., and a couple pinholes and whatnot. So it dried all over, overnight last night, and I'm back here to attack it today. So I'm gonna be firing up the air compressor, let that build some pressure, and I think I'm just go ahead and hit it with the DA, try to make quick work of it, and we'll see what happens on the first pass. Of course, I'll show you guys every step of the way. And then once we knock that down, we'll jump on that dog leg piece and work that too. That's real light work. But the order of the day is to try to get this part done, man. I'm ready to have this done so we can just start all the other little miscellaneous paint preparation stuff. I don't know why, but I'm eager to get the paint on this car. A lot of people want to see what it's going to look like when it's done, and I'm already knowing it can look great. So just cross his fingers and toes for me that we had good luck and that we don't run into any issues, because the budget is tight to start with. We don't want to have to spend money twice, but hey, at this point, if we have to, we will. In previous videos, I was talking like not sure what we're gonna do with the paint. Did I want to experiment and do candy or do something a little extra? And at this point, sorry to say, but the budget just will not facilitate that. So we're gonna do just a basic base coat, clear coat paint job. I guess real basic would be single stage, which is where you spray and you're done. There's no base coat and clear coat. It's base and clear all in one. But I don't know. I don't want to really go that route because I want to be able to sand and buff if we have any trash or anything that gets in the paint. And with this being an open air shop, I don't really have a paint booth. That's in our best interest. So that's gonna be the plan. Base coat, clear coat paint job on this thing. Hoping that the air compressor holds up, because it's like I said in the previous video too, that thing is on life support. Looking for, I need to upgrade it down the road, but it should get us through this. So anyway, that's my intro, and I'm gonna get cracking on some work, and I'll come back to you guys shortly. Stay tuned, and let's see what we can get accomplished together. Motor City Customs, baby. All right, guys, so we got through the first round of sanding, and for the most part, it's starting to feel pretty good. I've still got a bit of a low spot here, but that's kind of by design. The more I look at the way that the panel is shaped and when I compare it to the other cars. So I don't want to go too crazy there and put too much filler. So I'm gonna look at it a little bit more. But what I got going on here is I still got pinhole or two. And remember I told you that last wipe I had wasn't that good. Sure enough, it didn't meet the mark, so it's got pinholes and a divot. So what I'm planning to do, I hope I got enough left of the glazing putty, because I used up a lot of it, but I'm gonna try to squeeze the little bit I still got of it, and or you know what, I think I may just use some more filler, because this Rage Ultra is damn near like the glazed putty anyway. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use that and fill these little imperfections. I'm gonna use it real sparingly though, and these little pinholes, maybe that's better for the glazed putty. But either way, I'm gonna mix up some more filler, wipe this panel, I believe for the last time, and I'll bring you guys back when I make a little more progress. But all in all, it's coming together. It feels much flatter than it did on the last pass, so I'm happy with that. So let me just take care of these imperfections, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. So I went ahead and wiped that one spot that had that little divot from the bad wipe. I didn't get the cleanest wipe, but basically I just got one ridge in the middle. So that's cool, because it's not a low spot. That's a severe high spot, and I'll sand that out, no problem. And I dabbed A little bit of filler in those other spots that had some of the pinholes. And we'll get us some time to set up. And hopefully that's gonna be good. We'll give it a few minutes. That'll give me an opportunity to take a little break, get my ice cold beverage, and do my breathing exercises. Yeah, so I get my mind right, and hopefully come back and finesse this thing and have it nice and good and ready for some primer. And yeah, then I'll jump on the dog leg. I still didn't touch it. Like I said before, I don't want to be jumping around all over the damn place. Let me just focus and finish right here. And then that's light work that we'll take care of shortly thereafter. So no big deal. But yeah, it's coming together. I think I got it this time, but we'll see. You still never know until it passed that, that test when you rub your hand over it, and I get my straight edge out and prime it. And one thing I hadn't mentioned to you guys too, there's another thing too called guide coat that we use that too. We use that method. So you either can use like some black spray paint and or like some powder and wipe it across the primered surface and then block it down. And when you don't see any more of the black left and you got one nice uniform surface, you know you're flat. So, more so we reserve that for, bigger areas, bigger panels, etc. This is one of those things that I'm almost borderline going overboard on it, depending on, what you're doing with the car. But at the end of the day, I want it as good as possible, so I'm not going to halfway do anything. That's just not my style, So I'm trying to get it as good as possible. So I'll more than likely break out the guide coat and show you guys what that looks like and what that process is like. But for right now, this is it. This is a quick update. And yeah, let me go ahead and take my break and we'll come back in a few and see how farther we can get with this or how much more progress we can make with this panel. Stay tuned, family. Peace. All right, guys, we're back. I just sanded out that last application of filler, and actually now this back piece, it feels really good, nice and smooth. But as you can probably still see, there's a couple of spots that still need to be filled in. A couple more pinholes. It's a battle with these damn pinholes. So instead of using the filler this time around, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the glaze putty. That should take care of it for sure. And I like the way this area feels, but not in this one spot. I still feel like it's a little bit of a low spot. There we go, compressor finally shut off. Yeah, right here, although it feels good, man, right here I just still kind of feel a little bit of a low spot. So just to play it safe, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe a little more filler in this area. And with this, I'm just gonna hit it with the glaze putty. So, that's how it goes sometimes. You think you were done, but then, you find out, man, not really. So you just want to take your time and do it right, man, because the worst thing is to rush it and then see when the car is painted like, oh, damn, I really should have hit a little more filler in that area, or I should have sanded that out a little bit better. I should have took care of the pinholes. The primer didn't fill it. You don't want to have those kind of regrets, especially if it's your personal car, or I should say it the other way, especially if it's a paying customer's car, man. If somebody paid you cash money to do it, man, just do it right. So that's where I'm at with it. Let me mix up a little bit of the glazing putty, which, I'm just going to use a little bit, so it should dry up really quickly. And this area, I'm going to wipe one more time. So it is what it is, but I want to at least do my due diligence and get it right. So stick with us, guys. It's coming right up. One more wipe and hopefully the last one. Peace. Yo, all right, guys. So we're back. So I wiped this area with the glaze putty, and I mixed up more than I should have. But it's so thin. I just went ahead and wiped this whole little area, so I have a nice uniform wipe. And I went ahead and hit this area with the filler. It's been sitting for a while, so oh yeah, it's dry. So, I'm getting ready to sand it out and hope for the best. But I just wanted to show you guys that, yeah, I did at least, wipe the filler on there. So, try not to skip any steps and make sure you guys see as much as possible. Let me get this off the damn floor. But yep, okay, I'm about to jump on it. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back, and we finally got it nice and flat. Yeah, sanded it out. I can see a whole rainbow of layers and colors, but it's nice and flat, feels really good. And ultimately, I ended up having to change tools because, you know, you can get so far with the DA, but as you guys can see, this is a fairly long and straight panel. And the DA is only 6 inches wide, right? And it's round and it's working real fast right off the air. That thing's spinning 10,000 plus RPM. So it's real easy to sit in one spot too long and create, you know, a ridge, right? When you go to move it, now you got waves and lumps all up and down the side. So just to introduce a new tool, maybe new to some of you guys, but old to many. But this is what we call an air file. So it's a long, flat tool, right? And you can put different pieces of sandpaper on here. This one is kind of getting clogged up now, but this thing does a great job. It's similar to the DA, right? It works off the air, but as you can see with the DA, like I'm saying, this pad is only 6 inches. So when you're on a long panel, you got to keep moving or you'll create an issue. Now with this bad boy, you know, this is probably what, 16 inches, something like that, right? It's a nice longer surface. So it's similar to like working with your hand with the blocks and doing it by hand, except it's much faster because they're using the air powered tool. So anyway, once I dug that out and hit the panel with that, it took care of it. As you can see, like all the pinholes, well, not all of them. I still see a tiny one here or there, but I'm gonna still hit it with primer and see if we can't fill up that little pinhole right there, you know, because I'm about done wiping it with filler. So that's that. I then jumped on the dog leg too. And as you can see, most of the filler that was on there sanded out. That's nice and smooth too. Both panels really need to be sanded with a little bit finer grit sandpaper. I need to at least hit it with 320, you know. But, you know, I'm not gonna get too crazy right now. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with filler and see how much that does. Or not filler, primer. I'm about to hit it with primer and see how much that takes care of. And if it comes down to it and I still have issues, then I'll go ahead and drop the sandpaper or up the sandpaper from an 80 grit to a 120 to a 320, etc., etc. So, but for right now, I think we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and shake up this rattle can primer and spray it. Like I said, tomorrow it's gonna rain. It's Thursday, so overnight during the day tomorrow we're gonna get rain. I probably won't get any progress on it anyway, so I'm glad that I just about got it done anyway. What I really want to do now is go back and hit the other side that we already called done and go over this with the air file as well, because I didn't, and it's not perfect, but it's really good. Like I said, I go over all my work and I was feeling on it a little bit, and I said, you know, with 2 to 5 minutes with the air file to get it even better. So I'm gonna do that, and I want to fix this little radius here with the dog leg. There's some little nuances there with the filler where it's not perfectly round, so I'm gonna fix that with the hand blocks. So we'll see. Depends on how wet this area is by the time I get up here tomorrow. Worst case, Saturday. Hopefully it's dry enough Saturday. I haven't really checked the forecast, but we'll see. Anyway, you guys know what time it is. I'm working on it. No days off. I didn't stop. Well, there might be a couple days off here and there. but you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to keep the momentum going and, you know, keep you guys on tuned in to the whole build, right? The more we get done, the better it is for you guys. And again, we're pushing it up against the clock. We're trying to get some paint on it. So yeah, man, this rear quarter right here so far is the work I'm the happiest with so far. You know, and this dog leg too. So based on the fact that I got this nice enough, I'm gonna go jump back on the other side and get it even nicer. Then I'm gonna start playing with the alignment on this fender a little bit. I've been looking through my archive of 63 pictures, and a lot of them I find have this kind of gap. So I'm not gonna really play with it too much, but this fender, the lower bolt is not secured, so that's part of why it's sticking out a little bit. But I am gonna loosen all the bolts and try to get it a little bit tighter, but I don't wanna spend too much time with that. And I gotta pull the front bumper off and all the miscellaneous things I need to do to get it ready for paint. I gotta purchase a few supplies, so we got some time in there, stuff that we need to get ready to take this thing across the finish line. But so far, so good. Appreciate everybody for the support and all the kind words in the comments. That's what helps keep me going. You know, don't forget to hit the like button. And, you know, we got other buttons too, but I won't even discuss them. But thank you guys once again. I'm Shawnee C, your host here at Motor City Customs. And that's the latest update for today. I am out. All right, everybody. So, yeah, we got the mission accomplished. The primer is now on the repaired area and it's drying up. Air compressor in the background, I'm bleeding down the air out of it. So we're pretty much done. Yeah, so that fender got the nice repair. Same with the dog leg. And then, boom, that guy. It's still drying, so you might see some different colors or whatnot, but rest assured it's not lumpy. Feels nice and smooth. So, come tomorrow, we'll probably, depending on the weather, jump on the other side or whatever. But at the end of the day, we got the majority of the work done. And like I said, with the other side, I just want to give it a once over with the air file and sand out the one wheel opening area. So yeah, we'll jump back down there. And then the dog leg a little bit. Yeah, but all in all, the hard part is over. It's just a little bit of fine tuning and finesse work to make sure we get the best possible paint job. But overall, like I said, mission was accomplished. And it's been a fruitful week. We got a lot done this week. Tomorrow's Friday. And yeah, like I said in the previous little clip, I'm happy with where we're at. Gonna keep pushing. And get her done, man. Gonna get her done. I'm gonna start pricing out some paint since we're just about there. And I need to get a fresh gun too, a fresh paint gun. Somewhere, I think I have one somewhere in the box. I gotta check when I get home. That's a mental note for me to try to find it, an unused gun. Because I know I have one that's up here at the shop, but I used it before. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I cleaned it. I need to check it out. But anyway, so the preparation starts because we're just about there. And we're gonna throw some color on this bad boy. I gotta pick up a couple more box fans too, because what I'll do is I'll open this bay door as well as that bay door, throw the box fans in there to help get some airflow. And man, I really gotta check the weather though. That's my caveat, because you know, the shop gets wet. You don't want to spray the car and it's drying, and then overnight it's a rainstorm and you get some, you know, some issues. Luckily, this car is in one of the most dry spots, but anyway, I'm not gonna get into all that. We'll get it right, but we gotta schedule it. Let me just say it that way, okay? I can't just come in and feel like, oh, I'm feeling like painting today, because the shop has its issues and we have some climate constraints. But that's where we're at. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, and you can see now that some of the paint's drying some more and the colors are starting to change a bit. It's fresh. And like I was telling you guys in previous videos, that that filler soaks up that first little coat. And this is just a once over coat. I need to spray it again, but I'll just let this one coat dry, and we'll make absolutely sure that we're happy with the flatness of it. But so far, so good. You know, I can tell you guys that I'm happy with it as of right this moment, and we'll double check it again tomorrow or the day after, or whatever works out. But once again, appreciate you. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this out if you're feeling friendly, and most of all, stay tuned, because it's starting to get good now, right? Starting to get good. the car. Before you know it'll be looking good. I have some wheels for the car. They're not the ones that I really want to put on here, but I do have some 13 by 7 spokes. I just have the rims, and I need to get tires mounted, and I need the accessories. I don't have the adapters or the knockoffs, but it'd be nice to get it painted and put it on those wheels, and then you could really get the vision of what it's going to look like. So I'll be trying to work some magic in the background and make sure we have everything queued up to do that, so that this can be a real nice, incremental, and successful build series. And then we can jump on the next car. I really want to get on the Fleetwood there, but we'll see. It could also, while I got some momentum with 63s, it could end up being this blue tray in the background. But time will tell. You got to stay tuned to see what's really going to happen. And actually, this is where I should have been working on the red one. This is really the driest spot in the shop, but whatever. This is better for the ventilation. So we'll get it done one way or another. Not giving up. And I appreciate everybody for giving me encouragement and kind words in the comments. It means a lot to me. Because like I said before, by all means, this is not perfect. This is not the only way to do it, but it's just my personal way. So thanks for checking me out. I appreciate your view. And with that said, I'm going to end it here. I'm Shawnee C. I'm your host here at Motor City Customs. And wherever you're at, I hope you're feeling good, doing good. Remember, health is wealth, and never give up. Keep pushing. Till we meet again, see you later, guys. Peace.